Hi, and welcome to Prepping Essentials. The knowledge and ability to grow your own food, particularly vegetables, when something hits the fan is something that all preppers should have. Hopefully you'll have a decent sized garden or a decent sized piece of land to do that, but what if you don't? What if you only have a small space in which to start growing and gaining the knowledge you're going to need? Well, let's find out. Calling the garden outside my house small is a bit of an understatement. As you can see, the garden in front of the house is extremely small. However, if you saw my previous video on fresh food on a budget, you'll know that I have made some space at the front patio and along the side of the house so that I can start experimenting and growing my own vegetables. At the front of the house I've got plants growing in a variety of small pots and containers, and down the side of the house near the parking area I've created a raised bed, and it's that I wanted to show you today as an update to my last video so you can see what progress has been made so far. Well, it's almost 5 weeks now since I planted the cauliflower, broccoli, peas, beans and garlic, and as you can see they are coming up. There's been a few casualties along the way. Beans didn't all sprout, and we've had damage caused by cats trying to use this raised bed as a toilet, but you can see that they're actually looking very healthy now and strong. So now it's time to fill in the rest of the bed. If you remember, I did leave some space there so that I could do ongoing planting and spread the harvesting across a longer period of time. So I'm going to pop in a few more rows of cauliflower and broccoli, and we'll take a little look in a second and see what happened to those carrots and potatoes in pots that I put in at the same time. Okay, so that's another 3 rows in alongside the ones that are growing now. So we'll pop back in a few weeks and see how we're getting on with those. So this is the original pots that you saw me plant out in the last video. So let's have a little look and see what's happened in the last 5 weeks. Similar kind of story with the carrots. Again, on the patio, they're in larger pots. You might remember in a previous video from last year, had some success with these. Same principle, planted some out. It's now 5 weeks since I planted those. They are a lot longer to come through. They will perhaps want thinning out as well as they grow, but I've got a number of pots to put to one side to plant out more seeds, probably in a couple of weeks' time, to get some continuity of cropping with those. So the potatoes are growing in pots or larger containers. This is actually a recycling bin that we use. I've got a few of these spare, so I'm just testing out to see what happens. And as the potatoes grow, all I'm doing is raising the soil level, and gradually the soil will come up to the top of this container. It just encourages the potatoes to actually sprout further and further up the stalk, and therefore give you more bang for your buck in terms of number of potatoes you get out of the container. Similarly, got a couple of small pots scattered around the patio with single plants or single tubers planted in, and we'll see how they produce as well. So, as I said earlier, even though my outside space is extremely small, it's not stopped me from going out there and starting to grow my own food. It is an essential skill that you'll certainly need as a prepper if something does hit the fan, because sooner or later both the shop supplies and your own home stores will run out, and you will need to be able to grow your own food. So why not give it a go? get yourself some seeds and get planting and see what you can produce. Well, that's it for this video. I hope that you found something in there that was of use to you. If you did like the video, then please do click on the like button. Also feel free to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done that. As always, look forward to any comments, questions or suggestions that you might have. Just leave them in the comments section below. But for now, thanks for watching and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.